Selamlar. Selamlar. Selamlar efendim. Öteki videoyu çekmemden bir 3 gün sonra falan galiba, emin değilim. Bu videoyu çekiyorum ve evet, facecam'li yapacağım demiştim. Facecam'de ayarladım. Fakat bunun da fakatı var. Abi daha 3. videodan facecam. 2 izlenen bir yayıncı neden facecam atsın yani. O yüzden facecam'den vazgeçtim. Facecam'siz devam edeceğim. Hogwarts Legacy'ye geri döndüm de 3 gün içinde kontrolleri unutmuş olabilirim. Hikayeyi de unutmuş olabilirim. O kadar değil. En son Profesör Fig'le konuşacaktık. Oha, duvar hareket ediyor.
That's all the pitch is good for this year, sadly.
It was a different professor.
I don't care if Weasley is nice. I find everything about Transfiguration utterly unnerving.
I don't know why you'd be scared. And have teachers around.
I suppose so.
Although there was that one
Bu arada
time that Hilda turned a story
ilk videoda sesim az çıkıyordu.
Watch yourself.
Ve çok fazla çeviri yaptım ve çevirilerin cringe olduğunu fark ettim. O yüzden çeviri yapmayacağım. Zaten abi yıl olmuş 2024. İngilizce bilmeyen mi var?
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Ağzımdan kaçırdım onu ya.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Profesörüm öğret. De ben derse girmek istiyorum. Okey. 2 kere bastım.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Ben şey yaptım. Seçmedim dersi. Tamam. Büyük kapıdan mı? Burada ne var?
I think there were doxy eggs as well. But surely those were curdle.
Oo, açılıyor. Oğlum çok iyi lan. Bu ne?
Revelio.
Abi kesin ileride bir şey olacak. Aa bu ne? Tamam, örümcek. Burada. Neyse ya, ben gidiyorum abi.
Revelio.
Bir FPS tur yapıyorum. Bahçede FPS tur yapıyorum. Burada da yiyorum.
Why do students always run when Peevesy wants to have some fun?
Revelio.
Aa,
Potato.
Repair'o yapalım. Lan şeyi düşürdük.
Perhaps mind what you're doing there.
İlk günden iskeleti parçaladık ya.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Tüh. Levioso.
Levioso.
Tekte mi yaptım? Tekte yapmasa mıydım?
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Kalkanı mı? Sınıf ortamı daha
Let
iyi
us
yerilebilir diye.
begin with a basic cast.
Bekler misin hocam? Grafikleri düşüreceğim.
See how the dummy deflected your cast?
Evet.
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Good.
Ha
Now, the
böyle.
basic cast. Well
Oho, takla attırıyorsun.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the base. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your
Sen
marks.
kimsin?
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Hop.
This should be easy.
Levioso.
Kalk lan ayağa.
I know.
This can't be the first duel.
Masadan düştü.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Eline verdim. Eline verdim. Ağlama.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows
Hepsi bir Levioso'ma
entirely.
bakar ustam.
Understood,
Hocam
Professor.
yapmayın.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Sen kimsin? Aa sen yukarıda şey yap konuştuyduk.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore. You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Zorlanmadım.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Kaç level lock? Level 2. Oo. Oyna fiziği var lan oyunda. Bunda? Bunda da.
Levioso.
Nice work.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Sen kimsin ya? İçinde çiv var mı? Olmaz mı?
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again,
Ayrıca benim
perhaps
masam bile
this
değil bu.
wasn't your
İkinci el bir
first
asa.
duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Abi ilk günden bana bunu teklif edersen alay konusu bende alay ettiğini düşünürüm. İlk günüm lan.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock
Havada
tower
3 kere
entrance.
sektin ya.
If you're interested. Till next
Hala
time.
diyor ki göreceğiz senin şans olup olmadığını. Oğlum havada 3 kere sektirdim seni. Sana Leviosa yaptım. Charm class. Aa. Lan sende var ya 3 tane karıyla kızla aynı anda. İçelim.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
İstanbul beyefendisi. Buraya da mı?
Revelio.
I'd die of embarrassment.
Revelio.
Nasıl düşürmüyorsun ya sen onu? Kedi sevmek için ara sahne giriyor. Loading ekranı falan.
I'm sorry. If I...
Revelio.
Her katı gezmek istiyorum. Bak bunlar hareket etmiyor. Burada da bir checkpoint. Burada bir sandık. Level 1 lock. Lock ama lock değil lock.
In Transfiguration, I switched the writing ink with Flobberware because I thought it'd be funny. And it was.
Burası Slytherin'in... Osman Slytherin'ler böyle girmiyor ki. Onların kasa gibi. Bir şey deneyeceğim.
Leviosa.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson. Off on another
And then
adventure,
the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves! Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752!
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm not
lies.
telling
Adam,
lies, Peeves.
Peeves.
It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves! You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't get Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves! Enough! You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Flack.
Aha, oyundaki detaylar çok iyi ya. Oyun ana hikayesine falan laf edebilirsin. Ama detaylar gerçekten muhteşem. Hani Hogwarts içine gezerken şu anlık deneyimle 2-3 saat oynadım. Hiç böyle ölü gibi hissettirdim. Bu ne kanka? Ölü gibi hissettirtmiyor. Burada ne var? Burası da Hufflepuff'un odasına mı çıkıyor?
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
O ne lan? Ya oyunu %100 diyeceğim. O yüzden bunlar çok önemli. Öyle ya da böyle %100 diyeceğim yani oyunu. Astronomiye, aynen. Astronomi sınıfı. Astroloji diyecektim. Yani o kadar da mühim değil bunlar.
Oh.
Daha da çıkıyorsun.
Transfiguration.
Pierce buraya gelmiş. Kayıyor lan. Nereye gitti acaba? Dur şuraya bakacağım. Bug'a girmişler. Oğlum hareket edin la.
Levioso.
Ha?
Levioso.
Havada asılı kaldı. Öldün mü? Yok.
Levioso.
Ya o da havaya kalksın. Belki achievement alırım dedim. Nereye gidiyor bu ya?
Revelio.
Her gittiğim yerde böyle rebellion yapmasam mı ya? Oyun. Quidditch arenası hazır. Ya DLC ile elbet getirecekler bunu bu arada.
Revelio.
Revelio. Handy resource indeed. I'm most pleased to be included.
Kim söyledi lan onu? Aa, tipe bak. Ben ne diyorum, yanımdaki erkekten öyle kadın sesi çıkmaz.
Revelio.
Atladım. Atlayamadım. O neymiş ya? Yeni bölgeye geçerken, yüklenirken kasma durumu ne yapacağız ya?
I'll trade you a spoon's worth of flubberworm mucus for a pufferpod.
Revelio. You shouldn't get so upset in her box. You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
There's only one Hufflepuff that everyone wishes they could get in, and that's Hufflepuff. Been that way for 1,000 years.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Hayır.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now.
Güzel yakaladı.
My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Aa. Yalnız kaldı. Yo yalnız kaldı. Ekio.
Accio. That is not bad.
You
Her
are
şeyde
a
tek
swift
atıyoruz.
learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Her şeyde tek atıyoruz be. Bir çabalasak, yere düşürsek kitabı veya arkaya otursa be.
I've always found
Birinin
that fun
kafasına
goes hand
gelse.
in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree.
Hem eğleniriz, hem güzel sinematik, hem
What better than
karakter
a little
gelişimi falan.
sport to put our prowess with the
Basit şeyler
summoning
bunlar
charm to
ama.
the test, right?
Yani
Yeah.
10, 20, 30, 50 mi?
So why don't we have our new student start us off? Hmm?
Başkaları yapsa. Niye ben yapıyorum? Ben yeniyim. Çekiniyorum. İçmeye kapanığım belki. Travma olacak bana bu. Dur.
Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last. Very good. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But splendid!
İyi de nasıl
Don't
bırakacağım?
lose your composure. Excellent. Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Gryffindor.
Lan bir şey yapmadım.
But
Hepsini
certainly
düşürdüm.
no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear.
Watch this.
Oha, 50 yaptı.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
20. Kullanmayı bilmiyorum. Düşürsene. Hop, 50 yaptı.
Accio.
Ah, çarptıracaktım.
Let us see this.
Yes!
Ah! Ah, yakınlığa bak. Yakınlığa bak.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Yakınlığa bak ya. Hocam sana... Güzel ama eğlenceli.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it.
Bu da Gryffindor'da.
This round settles it all.
Watch this.
Ah ah.
There we go.
Accio.
Çok tuttum. Dur. Dursana.
Not to worry.
Ben başlamak istiyorum. Bu ne kanka? Save'im yok mu ya?
Be sharp.
Ha? Allah Allah. Ya bana çarpıyor, buna bak. Hep üstüme oynanan oyunlar bunlar.
Accio.
That's it.
50 al.
Here we go.
Yes!
Düş.
Nicely done.
Abi hep 10 puan farkla kaybediyorum. Hile var ustam, hile var ya. Hile var.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Hile var. Ben bir daha baştan yapmak istiyorum. Başka hakemle. Karanlık sanatlara karşı savunma hocası gelsin.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Akio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here.
Ben büyük olarak kadın
It gets
haklı, kız
easier,
haklı.
I promise.
5 dakika önce öğrendim. Direkt beni yarışmaya sokuyor.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to...
This may seem an...
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive.
Ya bu Harry
Not
Potter
to mention
dünyası
quite convenient
gerçekten
if one is without their wand. I must
Ama hiç
admit,
üzerine
however,
uğraşılmamış.
that I am growing quite fond of using
J.K.
a wand.
Rowling
It seems very dramatic.
8 tane kitap çıkarıp bırakmış yani. Bunun başka versiyonlarında yapsana. Evet, biri Hogwarts'ta geçti. Öteki de Okula'da geçsin.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting.
Telepatik gücünüz
Until
var.
next time.
Bir dahakine oğlum. Bekle beni.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Accio!
Using it from the code. You know it won't work on
Levioso! Lumos.
A word, if you would.
Tabii.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Gayet normal. Tamam da gideceğim. Kitaplar parçalanıyor lan. Yakıyorum yani.
After my brother learned the summoning charm.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Tamam hadi. Başka kitap. Nox. Stupefy. Mobiliarius. Sonorio Mobile. Ne kadar fazla kitap var. Gidiyorum ben. Gidemiyorum. Atlayacağım.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you? Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Sonunda bir Ravenclaw gördük.
I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about.
Hope your first day's going well.
Yeah.
You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
What the fuck? Oraya sonra. Ne demek currently bilmem ne. Bana quest ver. Ondan sonra ya ilk önce bir Weasley ile konuşabilir miyim?
All of my to finish at Hogwarts.
Yani
Nice to be here on my own for once.
tutorial'dan
playing wizard chess with my siblings. A bit violent,
tutorial'dan
but
çıkmak
Bart says it's good way to
istedi.
get
Ah!
half respect.
Konuşamıyorum. Tutorial bitsin diye uğraşıyorum. Tutorial bitsin öte yan görevlere de gideceğiz. Atlayayım ama be.
Revelio.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one.
Buradan gidiyormuş. Ezbere iniyorum. Peki. El hareket çekti karşısındakine. Şuna. Aa kedilere bak.
Revelio.
Aa, yarısı bulmuşsunuz Hogwarts'taki toplanabilirliğin. Bekle şunu bir açayım ondan sonra. Orada da bir kilit ama şuraya da bakacağım. What the fuck? Level 1 lock. Lock. Inventory, quest, collection, talents bak. Açılmadı daha. Skill veremiyorum.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler.
Ya yanlış diyalog
Regardless,
seçtim
you
diye.
must continue to build
Beni
upon what you've
salmayacaksın
learned.
değil mi usta?
In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you don't know. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Eyvallah ya.
There's an Ollivander's.
Ya bunları geçeceğim. Sırf yapmak için yapıyorum.
I've never... Can you...
Abi hepsini biliyoruz.
I'm
Harry
eager to
Potter
get to
biliyoruz.
Hogsmeade.
Kitaplarını okuduk,
Very well.
filmlerini izledik.
I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings.
Rowling'in tweetlerini
Perhaps
okuduk,
Sebastian
okumasaydık
Sallow or
keşke.
Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en
Abi
route.
keşke ötekini
Rookwood?
seçseydim.
A rather unsavory local. But once you've finished...
Save niye yok ya bu oyunda?
Ah, there you are.
Efendim usta.
You
Profesör.
have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The
Reparo.
mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for...
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Aa. Gördüm flying page.
Revelio.
O ne? Ha bu şeydi.
Levioso.
Gel bakayım bana. Hop kitap elimde. Aa.
Accio.
Nerede lan?
Revelio.
Nasıl collectleyeceğim? Durma olsa geçtim. Dur.
Accio.
Böyle, okey. Tamam, denemeydi bu. Videoda 50 dakika oldu. Beyler, bayanlar. Merdivenden kayanlar. Bir sonraki bölümü zaten hemen yeni çekeceğim. 2 saatlik bölüm çekip kapatmayı düşünüyorum. Kendinize iyi bakın. Like atarsanız gerçekten çok mutlu olurum eğer izleyen varsa. Ki pek olacağını düşünmüyorum ama izleyen varsa. Ben burada bırakıyorum. Buradan da hemen başlayacağım. Hadi kendinize iyi bakın. Bir sonraki videoda görüşmek üzere.